What if improving just 10% changes everything? Small shifts, massive results. You have tried before. Big plans, big promises, big frustration. Every January, every Monday, a fresh start. And every time, the cycle repeats. We believe change must be extreme. But why do these massive overhauls collapse so fast? Think about the last time you made a huge goal. Maybe you wanted to lose 20 pounds. Or learn a new language in 30 days. The first week feels great. Motivation is high. But slowly, life pushes back. Your energy drains. Then guilt. Here is the problem. Big change requires a big burst of willpower. And willpower is like a battery. It runs out. What happens next? You miss one day, then two. And suddenly, that huge dream becomes a reminder of failure. Here is a question. What if you stop chasing 100% transformation? What if you aim for 10%? Science tells us that tiny wins build momentum. In behavioral psychology, this is called the success spiral. Small steps give quick feedback. That feedback creates motivation, and motivation fuels the next step. Picture this. Two people want to run a marathon. One tries to run 10 miles on day one. The other works for 10 minutes every day. Guess who is still running a year later? So here is the twist. Massive change feels exciting. But sustainable change hides in small, almost invisible action. You may be asking, why 10%? Why not 1% or 50? In the next scene, we'll unpack the power behind this simple number and why 10% may be the key that unlocks everything you want. But why does 10% work so well? Our brains are wired to resist massive change. Neuroscience calls it the threat response. Big goals feel unsafe. Tiny shifts, safe, manageable, achievable. 10% is small enough to avoid fear, yet big enough to feel progress. Think about savings. If you save 10% of your income every month, you don't feel broke. But in 5 years, you look back at a life-changing sum. Now imagine health. Instead of cutting all junk food, you replace just 10% of it. The body adapts. Your taste changes. And soon the rest follows naturally. The 10% rule creates what scientists call compound growth. Tiny steps, done daily, stack on top of each other like interest in a bank account. Here's another reason it works. 10% allows for failure. If you miss one small step, it does not erase all progress. You simply try again tomorrow. Even the world's best performers use it. Writers aim to write 10% more words. Athletes add 10% more weight. Investors aim to grow by 10% per year. This rule is not just a shortcut. It is how success is built. And yes, there is a number. Increase something by 10% each week. After a year, you are not 10% better. You are more than 5 times better, thanks to compounding. In the next scene, I'll show you exactly how to apply this rule to any area of your life. We will do it together, step by step. Let's build your 10% plan together. Step 1, choose one area. Not 5, not 3, 1. Focus is power. Write it down. Health, learning, business, relationships. Which one matters most this month? Step 2, pick a small daily action. If your goal is fitness, start with 10% more steps than yesterday. If your goal is learning, read for 10% more time. Step 3, track it. This is your silent competition with yourself. Now here's the most important part. Do not try to double. Do not triple. Add only 10%. If you are finding this practical, pause and hit subscribe. Share in the comments what your 10% focus will be. Let's grow this community, one small shift at a time. Back to the plan. Step 4, celebrate every small win. This fuels your brain's reward system. Your confidence grows. Step 5, when you feel ready, increase another 10%. Notice something. There is no deadline. This method grows with you. In 6 months, you will look back and see a completely different reality, and you will not even feel the effort. Here's a question. If 10% can do this, what could it do for your career, your time, your family? Ever notice how champions never seem rushed? Athletes like Serena Williams, writers like Stephen King, musicians like Ed Sheeran. They all use a secret. They rarely do huge overhauls. They make quiet, small changes. Serena improves her serve by 10%. King writes just 10% more pages. Sheeran spends 10% more hours on stage. These small invisible shifts compound over years. Suddenly they look unstoppable. This is not magic. It is math and patience. One football coach said, focus on getting 1% better each day. It will make you unbeatable. We just scale it to 10% because it builds momentum faster. Now think of your own life. What could happen if for the next 90 days you apply this? In the final scene, I will share the one mindset shift that locks this habit in place forever. Here is the truth. The 10% rule is not about speed. It is about identity. Every time you take a small step, you are casting a vote for the person you want to become. Small actions shape your future self. In 3 months, you will notice tiny shifts. In a year, others will notice. In 5 years, people will call you lucky. So start today. Do not wait for Monday. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Add 10%. Before we end, I want to know your answer. Which area of your life will you grow by 10% first? Drop it in the comments. If this resonated with you, subscribe, tap the bell, and share this with one friend. The next 5 years of your life could start with a 10% shift today.